What's up guys, this is Bacchus Builds, and this is my first video, Intro to Vaping. So a lot of people who started vaping or are getting into it, whatever, almost everybody started with Egos, the little pen mods with a tank, basically a hookah pen. I'm showing you guys the next step up from that. So you have your Egos and then like K-Funds and stuff, like and then MVPs, and then you have mechanical mods, also commonly known as drippers. I'll show you guys these in a minute. So mechanical mods are pretty much mechanicals and high-end box mods run by 18650s and all that. Those are the higher end ones. You can get them for actually a decent price. Some clones go for 30, and sometimes the clones are better than the authentics. And then you have what I just said, authentics, which are usually a lot more, around $200, $300 range, maybe starting $150, and then up from there. Like really, there's no limit to how much they can cost. And then so basically, I'm going to take them apart, show you guys the separate things you guys need to buy, and then run down how they work. Alright, so I got my AR clone here, taken apart. I'm going to go over the parts and then go to the next step. So this right here, just the AR mod, that's the mod. This clone was on eBay, and they're still on Amazon for around $30, $40. I think it works great. Stainless steel, so there's a little voltage drop in there, but as long as you get the stainless steel and not painted black one, you lose a lot less voltage. It's a really nice mod. I really like it. And then you have your your atomizer. This is basically the what lets you get your vapor. The mod holds the battery, and the atomizer screws into the 510 contact, the connection, and then you have your build, which is your coil, to your positive, which is your center post, and your two negatives. Single coil, so I'm only using my positive and my negative, only two, not all three. So then you have an 18650 battery, which I'll show you in a little bit, would go into the tube. Set up your contacts so that the big one is for your atomizer, the small one is for your battery, so you don't have battery rattle because you don't want that. Then you connect them all together, and I don't have the battery in here right now, obviously, you'd see it. You always want to put the air holes, this is a Stellar atomizer, by the way, the clone, to the coil, and then the last piece would be your drip tip. Most atomizers come with them. This is an aftermarket. This is part of a 2-puffs drip tip, because I like the chimney look, better airflow. So that's the mod, and then you have another example would be my Panzer. And most clones that people get are clones. Sorry, most atomizers that people get are clones. Authentics run usually around 85 and up, so yeah, clones work just fine. Again, you got your build. This one's a dual coil, so you're using all three posts. Again, the positive is the center and the two sides are negatives, and then coils to the holes, and that's the other part of the 2-puff strip tip. And Patriot on a Golden Army brass Panzer 18650. So I'm going to show you guys a battery. Bacchus Batman. Get it, Batman. Alright, so this is your 18650. This is a Sony VTC4. And now we're going to get into batteries. What are safe to use, what aren't. Alright, so if you started out by buying a Camry K100 or K101, basically anything with a cheap Chinese battery in it, you need to get rid of that. That's not safe. Especially if you're like me and a lot of other people who chase clouds or run really low on builds. And yeah, this is trashed, but it's nice. The batteries are not safe. They can explode. You'll basically be holding a hand grenade. VTC 4s are really good. EFS are good. LGs are good. Some people like Samsungs. I don't like them. And yeah, I just stick with Sony's, LGs, and EFest. Usually the Sonys are green, and this is all 18650. It's different with the 26650s. So Sonys are green usually. Samsungs I believe are light blue. EFS, the good ones, are purple, and LGs are red. So make sure you got a safe battery, VTC 4, VTC 5, EFS, all that. High drain. You don't want to hold a hand grenade, especially if you're trying to chase clouds. You don't want it to blow up in your face. That's a bad idea. And now we're going to get on to the next step. Alright, the next part is the charger. You don't want to be using the standard wall chargers, plug into a wall, pull the battery down. You can actually blow up your battery that way. You want to grab yourself a smart charger. Probably the most popular brand is IntelliCharger. There's i2s, which are have 3 bars like this. They hold 2 batteries, that's what the 2 stands for, and they have 3 bars. They tell you what your battery life is at. You want to wait till it's at 3. It's a smart charger, so it shuts off automatically right when you finish your charge. It just keeps the battery at what it is. You have i4s. i4s is basically 2 of these combined. There's 4. Then you have D2, which to put simply is it's a digital. It's a more advanced version of the i2. D2 shows your amps, your wattage, everything you need to know, volts, whatever. And they also have a D4, which, just like the i4, is just a larger version holding 4 batteries instead of 2. They're really good chargers. I haven't had a problem with mine. It's nice to charge 2 batteries at once, and if you only have one like me, I just run 1 battery. It stops me from vaping all day. You can also charge your friend's for him if he needs it, which has happened a lot. So now we're going to get on to juice or e-liquid. Alright, so for juice, if you were a smoker, if you smoke, say, like a pack a day, most of the people I know would go between 6 and 12. If you're a hardcore smoker or you're like me and you dipped a lot before, I do 18, and I also do the 18 just to get a buzz. It's fun. A lot of people stick with 0 just to blow clouds. If I'm blowing clouds, I stick with either just a 0 or something like 100 VG or 60-40, anything above 60-40, because VG is more for clouds and density in the clouds and vapor, and PG is it's more of a throat hit and more flavor. So basically the VG is clouds. When you see it on a mix, it'll say like 60-40, 50-50. PG is throat hit flavor, and VG is clouds. And yeah, so that's the basics of it. When you see the 18 milligram, whatever, 12 milligram, that's the nicotine level. A lot of flavors taste better with it, some taste better without. If you are just getting into it, I'd say try a 6 or a 3, and then kind of find where you are from there if you want more or less, because if you try to cloud 18 and you're not used to it, you will cough your lungs out and possibly throw up, so just be aware of that. Next is the build. The builds that you get vary on what you want. And what gauge wire you're using, how safe your mod is for it, your battery. I occasionally, most of the time, actually do cloud chasing builds. Right now, I just have a lower, semi-low build, and then just a fancy build that produces good flavor and still blows clouds. I'll get into that right now. So the build on the Stellaire is 2 strands of 24 twisted with a strand of 28. You put them in a drill and twist them. I'd go to a shop. You can ask for help. You can watch Rip Trippers or someone like that on YouTube to teach you how to build. Because some people think it's easy and then they go and do it and they completely mess up, and that can cause troubles with your mod if you're not careful. This one is a dual coil 5-wrap of 24 gauge. That's at, I believe, 0.24, and this one's at 0.22. Usually the Cloud Chasers, you'll see them. Mine are drilled out. I don't have to go that low. I have heavy airflow in both atomizers, but a lot of people just go in the 0.0s, which can be dangerous, and if you're below 0.08, it usually is dangerous, and you can grenade your mod, and it's going to suck when you blow out your teeth from trying to vape and it blows up. So be careful. If your mod's getting hot in a build, you need to change your build. Well, if it's getting extremely hot and you're burning yourself, you should probably get a new build. So now I'm just going to do some demonstrations, and yes, it is with 18 milligrams of nicotine, so I'm not going to blow huge clouds, but I will do a demonstration. Alright, sorry for the long video, but it's worth it hopefully if you're getting into vaping. Last thing, demonstration. I'm using Mastermind DJ's Locker. It's an orange flavor at 18 milligrams of nicotine, you see right there. Out of the Panzer Golden Army clone with a 2-puff strip tip and a Patriot Black clone. Yep, it's nice, it tastes good, it is 18 milligrams of nicotine, so if you're not used to it, like I haven't done it in a while, it does hurt your throat decently, but it tastes good. If you're into nicotine like I am, it's good. If you want a buzz and you're a buzz chaser, it's good. I wouldn't suggest when you first try starting over a 12. It's just you could possibly make yourself not like it at all, and you should really just start at a 6, 3, or a 0. That's probably where you're going to get your most pleasant vapes. If you are trying to quit smoking and you need your nicotine, and you're not doing it for fun anymore like me, you should probably drip it into a tank, and aero tank, whatever you want. So, one more. Alright, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time with build tutorials, vaping tutorials, showing you guys my mods more in depth, and all that. Thanks.